Session, we have with us Dr. Suresh Kumar sir. Sir is a joint advisor, Ayush, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. He is an MD Ayurveda specialized in Panchakarma and he has joined the Ministry of Ayush as a research officer in the year 2009 after clearing the UPSC examination. At present, he is serving as the Joint Advisor Ayush in the ministry and currently designated as the Divisional Head of the National Ayush Mission Scheme. He is also looking after the work of Ayush Grid Division in the ministry. Further, he had also been designated as Deputy Drug Controller, Government of India in the past. During his service period, he has also participated in various types of conferences, seminars, conclaves, and workshops and represented the ministry nationally and internationally. He has also led the central team during the field visits of different state and UTs to monitor the progress of implementation of NAM scheme from time to time. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for joining us today, and I welcome you.
उधर भी हो सकते जहाँ नहीं नहीं स्टैंड भी है या इधर है
यही जहाँ मुस्लिम थे। Very good morning to all of you. Shall I start, please? First of all, I would like to know how many persons are from academic field within this team? Academic field, teaching institutions. Only you? Please. What is your designation, please? In which college? And others are medical officer? So, representation from which district is maximum in this training? I just want to know from the medical officer especially, are you aware about National Ayush Mission? Thank you very much. Just give me some idea about it. What you understand from National Ayush Mission? All of you are medical officer. I am not going to explain the things in detail because everybody is knowing what is the strength of Ayush. So I just want to highlight the fact how we will implement this STG effectively and what is the role of Ministry of Ayush as well as what is expectation from your side. So we will discuss mainly on those things.
Okay.
So firstly, I just want to know from your side, for my understanding, what you understand with respect to NAM.
So NAM is it's a National Ayush Mission, the acronym, and previously it was NHM. And then slowly it has been divided as a separate entity in NAM. And through NAM, the activities of Ayush has been carried out throughout the country with the different preventive and healthcare programs has been running over there. And each and every state having their own Ayush societies are there, and through that, that has been funded for different types of programs.
Okay, got it. Anyone other? What is National Ayush Mission? Whether it is a scheme or mission, what is this? Okay, achha. I am very happy. All of you are aware. Simply just want to highlight one thing here. Actually, NHM is different and NAM is different. NHM basically earlier worked as a National Rural Health Mission. So National Rural Health Mission finally after urban and things other when arrived, then it converted as a NHM, National Health Mission. Earlier, before launching of ministry, Ayush was working as a department of Ayush, under the umbrella of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. At that time, centrally sponsored scheme we are running by the name of Hospital and Dispensary, centrally sponsored scheme of Hospital and Dispensary. And similarly, educational institution के लिए centrally sponsored scheme for development of Ayush educational and institutions. These are the schemes of the Department of Ayush. There is no direct link between NHM and these schemes. When ministry has been formulated in the year 2014, so from 2014 we have taken approval of the cabinet and all the centrally sponsored scheme has been merged into mission that is called as National Ayush Mission. So basically this is the background. This mission scheme has been launched in the year 2014. Why I am going to highlight this particular thing at here? Every state government is having their limited resources in the form of budget. And they are trying their best from different system of medicine to provide healthcare facilities to the community as per the strength of that particular medicine. As we know, health is a state of complete physical, mental, spiritual and social well-being, not merely absence of disease. So if we are going to approach such type of holistic health model, so it is not possible only by the help of one system of medicine. We have to approach in a collaborative way and provide best to best care to the community in the form of holistic health care. And due to this, the concept of integration has been highlighted in National Health Policy document of 2017, and it was decided that all the departments which are looking after health related activities, they have to collaborate in a positive way and try to evolve out different mechanism through which holistic health care may be provided to the community. With respect to this concept, I want to highlight one fact here, and it is very interesting. All of you have heard about Ayush Health and Wellness Center or Health and Wellness Center. Now it is known as Ayushman Arogya Mandir and Ayushman Arogya Mandir Ayush. Basically, after thorough discussion, it was observed that population is facing problem of non-communicable diseases too much. And the basic cause of these non-communicable diseases, even in case of metabolic disorder, you may understand that those things are directly linked. Either it is obesity or hyperlipidemia or any problem which is not going to be addressed by the help of only medicine, but it requires need of modification in lifestyle. Those things can be effectively managed through our Ayush system, not only by the help of modern medicine. And due to this, when a concept has been given in group of secretaries meeting by the Honorable Prime Minister, we have to think to tackle the situation of burden of non-communicable disease, then it was decided all the sub-center which is lying below to the primary health center has to be converted into health and wellness center, and now it is named as Ayushman Arogya Mandir. So that primary health care at the grassroots level may be provided by the help of this sub-center, and it was decided either ANM or Ayush doctor, whosoever available, they may work as a community health officer also and provide the services. But they have not given the task to the ministry. Our secretary sir has pursued the matter and highlighted the strength of Ayush, and accordingly it was decided that out of 1.5 lakh, 12,500 will be developed by the Ministry of Ayush under the umbrella of National Ayush Mission with the great support of state and UT government. And I am very happy to say all of you, with the kind and great support given by state and UT government, we have completed the task of operationalization of 12,500 Ayushman Arogya Mandir. So it is a very good news for all of us, and now it's our responsibility. We have to prove, yes, we are having the strength in our Ayush system, either it is Ayurveda or it is Siddha or it is homeopathy, and through that strength, including involvement of yoga, we can provide a good holistic health care at the level of Ayushman Arogya Mandir, and this model can be adopted because they have observed in field visit report, it also arises in the Niti Aayog report. Ayush Health and Wellness are providing good services to the community and footfall of the patient has been enhanced. And due to this, now we are preparing the Empowered Finance Committee note with respect to next plan period, and we are proposing, in addition to 12,500, we are interested to propagate all the dispensaries which are available in the country as a Ayushman Arogya Mandir, and we are going to propose more budget in this financial plan period. Thank you. So this is the simple background I just want to highlight here, because we have to understand our strength. And I am well aware, and whatever I have visited the facility, I have observed our doctors having a lot of potential and they are doing their best. There is no doubt in it. Sometimes due to constraints of resources, due to constraints of manpower, and due to some technical changes, although they want to do more, but they are unable to do. So with respect to fulfill that gap, we are going to support by the help of National Ayush Mission to our medical officer, to state government, as well as other officials working in the field of Ayush. Basically, what is the National Ayush Mission? Already we have discussed. Simply, it is a centrally sponsored scheme. We are supporting to the states for infrastructure, for medicine, for upgradation of existing Ayush health facilities, co-location of Ayush facility in PSC, CSC and DH. In addition to that, we are also providing assistance for development of the Ayush educational institutions, upgradation of the Ayush educational institutions, and different type of Ayush public health programs for providing Ayush intervention at the level of community to all age group. And those programs are very successful. We have started program on musculoskeletal disorder, Supraja, that is related to maternal and child health. Similarly, Ayurvedya for the school going children, Biomitra, that is called as geriatric care. On the line of Ayush Mobile Medical Unit, we have started to provide services in the far-flung areas we are difficult to reach. In such way, programs are also being implemented by the help of support given by the states and UT government. Ministry involves creating, disseminating and integrating standardized protocols. STG is already, I think, detailed discussion has been carried out. A lot of experts has provided their valuable suggestion, and finally such type of documents came in front of us, and hoping by getting training from here, your state, we will write to the state government also for dissemination of the training to down the line like district level as well as field level, so that importance of SDGs may be highlighted and everybody may be benefited. NAM employs multi-pronged strategy to ensure the effective implementation. Only guideline can be prepared, but if we are not going to provide training related costs to the state government, we are not going to orient to our doctors who are working in the field about importance of SDG, then how they will adopt. So all these activities will be carried out by the support of state government, and whatever the financial assistance required, we will request state government, they have to project their demand, and if the fund is already available under IC activity or training related activity or under admin cost of NAM in the state, they may request us and we will provide approval to them for utilization of that grant for the purpose of this training. Development of standardization of developing public health strategies, SDGs, and technical support for vertical under Directorate General of Health Service. बेसिकली आप लोगों को एक आइडिया होगा, बीच में हिंदी आएगी, थोड़ा मैं हिंदी भाषी से हूँ, तो होपिंग ऑल ऑफ यू आल एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड सम हिंदी आर नॉट? नो सर, तो आई विल नॉट गोइंग टू यूज हिंदी एट ऑल. Basically what happens, you are aware with respect to IPHS guideline, it has been recently circulated. Purpose of this guideline is nothing but only this: whatever the quality available in the form of infrastructure, in the form of HR, we have to strengthen those qualities, because in the field visit we have noticed only one medical officer is available and he is doing the things with respect to prescription, with respect to clinical examination, with respect to dispensing of medicine, and at some time we have also noticed he is doing the necessary exercise with respect to data feeding. Training also. So it indicates that he is too much burdened. So we have think in this way कि when we will upgrade those facility, we will support with respect to some supportive manpowers, and we have also requested to the state government and make provision in the guideline. If any post is lying vacant, we are happy to support for 1 year under NAM, subject to the condition that state government has to take proactive initiative during the meantime for timely fulfillment of vacancies through state government. What happens if we are going to provide support for 1 year, they are going to obligate parasite from the NAM side, ki, please provide support. So regular vacancies are not going to be filled. Due to this rider has been kept in the guideline ki we can support for 1 year, and during the time you have to complete the formalities for fulfillment of the vacancies. So as per the requirement, whatever state government is projecting, we are supporting with respect to manpower. Infrastructure, if there is need of upgradation, they may project us. We are providing assistance for the dispensaries, for the hospital, for the educational institution to enhance the quality. At present, IPHS guideline has been circulated for dispensaries, you can say Aam Ayush, as well as for hospital. With respect to co-location, we are under process. It will take some time. However, hospital and dispensary related guideline has already been circulated. CCRS and different council. Here I would mention CCRS. Why? Because CCRS role is very important. They are providing continuous support to the ministry with information of IEC material, information of with respect to field visit. They are also going to provide support to us. So at the time of dissemination of things, we will also take support from them. For example, when you are going and you are going to organize training, and if you think there is need of some support from the CCRS, your state government can request us, and we may issue directive from here for providing active support from CCRS side. Although they are providing, since our NIS, National Institute of Siddha, is available at there and CCRS is available at there, and they are having great expertise in organizing such type of activities, so they will also facilitate to state government as per the requirement, so that this task may be completed in time-bound manner for the benefit of the community, and all the doctors who are working in the field may get oriented through these STGs and provide services in a uniform manner. This is the background. I am not just going to highlight. All of you are aware what is the problem of NCDs. It is, you can see from the Google and other things and different documents, the actual burden of NCD is continuously going to increase. What is the meaning with respect to training and other things? If we are going to provide orientation to all of you, and after getting orientation, state government is not going to organize training down the line, then what happens? Result will be zero. So our purpose is this: if we are going to orient you, so we are thinking in this way, you will orient further down the line to others. And with this, for this objective, we are going to write to state and UT governments, please utilize the services of these master trainers and provide them good platform for conducting different type of trainings, and whatever resources they want and whatever resources field level officials want for conducting this type of training, that is required to be provided, so that smoothly it can be given. From ministry side, we have already developed the things like national level master training. We are conducting workshop and seminar. Ministry continuously organizing different in virtual modes. We have organized different type of modules. We have developed CHO modules. We have already developed and circulated 12 thematic areas. How we are going to work in 12 thematic, already things are highlighted. With respect to yoga training, we have already conducted and informed to the states for conducting. Some states has done it, some states has not properly done it. Time to time refresher training related grant we are providing. We are also providing grant to the educational institute with respect to CME, ROTP, and they are involving our Ayush doctor also with respect to refresher training and orientation training under CME and ROTP also. With respect to training at state and UT level can be done, main issue is coming budget. So we have given the provision, you can project grant under FlexiPool, you can project grant under IC, under admin trust, and those grant can be utilized for the purpose of training. And we have requested, please design a training calendar and share us training calendar, and whatever demand you want, you have to project in action plan, we will approve. But some of the states are very proactive, like Kerala and other things, and some of the states are not too much proactive as we think. But hoping in future, definitely training related activity will be conducted in fast track mode for providing benefit to the community. Key strategies, what key strategies should be adopted? That is very important. So first of all, ensuring uniformity and quality. What is the purpose of STGs? For example, I am going to diagnose the case as per our parameter. You are going to diagnose as per your parameter. You are going to use this medicine. That person is going to use this medicine. All the things are right. But if anything has been validated on research parameter and it has been documented and it is proven it is providing good effects, it's better. Whole fraternity should utilize those things so that we can document the information and we can place the information on national platform, and if required at international platform, we are doing such type of things and these are providing good result, and this is the document for the rest. Otherwise everybody will do, but what happens? Result is coming, but that is not being documented. Facilitating integrative care. For example, Siddha has a potential. I know one thing, so commonly I am using everyone Marma therapy. And it is a very unique identity of the Siddha. So this identity is required to be highlighted in collocation also. Wherever a Siddha doctor is available, they may be oriented, and they have to highlight their importance to the counterpart. Please refer such type of patient here and I will give positive result to them by the help of this. Integrative approach is very important, otherwise our strength may not be recognized by others. Purpose of this integration is nothing but only this, we have to also orient others about our strength so that wherever co-located facility available, cross-referral mechanism should be established. And in Ayush also, right now what happens? We are trying our best to other state, please open some dispensary of the Siddha. They are saying from where we will get manpower, how it will be run. We are saying yes, you will project, you will create post from the government. Doctors will come from that side as and when they are going to get opportunity, they will definitely come. Some of the states are now going to think about that. Abhi to right now I am thinking only Tamil Nadu, in some parts of the Kerala and Pondicherry. Except to this, Siddha is not available. But we have to think, we have to propagate our system in other parts of the country also. And accordingly, we have highlighted a concept that is called as integrated Ayush hospital and requested to the state government at least 2 to 3 systems within one hospital, either Ayurveda Siddha Yoga, Ayurveda Homeopathy Yoga, Ayurvedi Unani Siddha Yoga, like that. And now majority of the hospitals are going to adopt this model, and accordingly we are thinking definitely our Siddha will flourish in other part of the country also. Enabling efficient public health programs. Whatever the program is being developed, that is having some evidence. Whatever we have introduced, we have consulted our councils, our national institute, what mechanism they have adopted with respect to management of the cases, and whatever the documentation has been made by them. On the basis of that, we have designed program and we have incorporated with due approval of the cabinet in our National Ayush Mission guideline for implementation through state and UT governments under National Ayush Mission. And dedicated budget provision as well as manpower is being provided for implementation of those programs, and time to time training is also being conducted. But we are facing challenges, cascading training and other activities are not happening in a smooth way, and due to this exact outcome with what we desire, that is not coming. And Niti Aayog has raised his questions कि what is the impact of these program in the field that is required to be highlighted, how many persons has been covered, how many villages has been covered, before implementation of the program what was the status, after implement. In this form they are going to observe result, and due to this we are thinking some digital tool has to be prepared, and we are working on AHMIS. Very soon it will be operated in at least Ayushman Arogya Mandir as well as hospital, and in phase manner other facilities will be covered also. Strengthening regulatory frameworks, although it directly does not comes under the domain of ministry, but whatever the guideline with respect to Drug and Cosmetic Act, whatever with respect to the quality standard like NABH and other things, we have designed, we have circulated, and continuous pursuance is being carried out by the ministry from drug policy section to the state licensing authority with respect to strict regulatory mechanism, especially on to check the misleading advertisement and other things which are going to defame our system. Sometimes some of the renowned person came to the ministry and highlighted, I have taken this medicine by seeing this advertisement, and when I have taken this happened, and at that time it was very embarrassing to ministry, and accordingly some strict measures is required to be taken, and some guideline has been issued. Whatever the claim is being made by any particular organization, they should not highlight the name of ministry and other things on their logo and other things. Integration of Ayush with national, these programs, anybody is aware whether this program is being implemented in your state? Okay. Basically what happens, this particular programs has been designed by the ministry after the NIHFW, National Institute Health and Family Welfare. This task was given to councils, CCRS, CCRUM and CCRH, not CCRS. And 6 states has been selected and some districts has been selected. And in the integrative approach, yoga, Ayush system, medicine are being provided, and these centers has been established at the level of community health center, district hospital and PSC. They have observed good result and they have decided it is a very good program and it should be continued in an integrative approach in other parts of the country, in other parts of the district. So on the pilot mode, we are now going to conduct in other districts of those 6 states. And now in the present guideline, we are proposing it can be extended in other parts of the country like Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Maharashtra. Earlier it was restricted to limited 6 states only. अभी डिस्कशन लास्ट में कर लेंगे, ये एंड करने के बाद ना whatever suggestion you have given, that suggestion came from the NAM conclave, that suggestion came. So now in the current guideline, in the EFC we are proposing for that particular. Training material on NCDs, a lot of materials we have developed, because with respect to this particular training program, it is very important. Hyperlipidemia directly or indirectly associated with it, obesity associated with this, diabetes, hypertension. Due to this, I want to highlight that all the things with respect to training related activities like orientation guideline for CHO, Ayurveda, homeopathy, Unani Siddha already designed and circulated, and orientation training already provided. With respect to modules for yoga for general health promotion and yoga therapy for specific disease condition, already designed by MDNY and our CCRYN, and that has been circulated and also available in public domain. And NHM has also designed and we have provided to them for this purpose. Orientation of existing yoga instructors, whatever yoga instructor available at the level of Ayushman Arogya Mandir Ayush, they have been oriented, and they are, in case of Tamil Nadu, they are having extraordinary knowledge. Majority of them are having the qualification BNYS, so they are having great knowledge. So actually with respect to Tamil Nadu, no issue, but for other states, we have given a lot of training, a lot of orientation, and modules have also been prepared. Yoga training for ASHA and Anganwadi workers, that has been carried out, modules has been developed. Yoga training to ANM and common yoga protocol. These are the activities which is required to be carried out for overall propagation of the yoga related activities, so that ASA, ANM or other health worker can utilize those services and provide benefit to the community. I would like to highlight some of the states has given training to ASA. If they are not having yoga instructor dedicatedly, so they have oriented to them. Up to certain extent they are providing, but they are overburdened, so they are not providing their efficient services, but up to certain extent they are providing. Implementation of NPCD, वही जो आपको whatever background I have highlighted, these are the 6 states here mentioned. Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, and it was a pilot program. In these 6 states it has been conducted, and after that success, now it has been decided it can be implemented in other parts of the country also. This is the status, whatever we have supported. Some of the states, we are so excited to implement this program, they have requested, although provision is not available, but under FlexiPool they have projected and we have supported. So in addition to those 6, some of the states has also availed the grant and implemented this program. Like Tamil Nadu, you may see at serial number 9, they have also availed the grant and they have taken initiative with respect to implementation of this activity. Pondicherry, I think they have not taken. Objectives and implementation. Objectives, you are well aware, simply I have highlighted. You can understand primary prevention, early detection and screening, cost effective management, coordination and capacity building. These are the objectives. Implementation strategy, prevention through behavior change, early diagnosis and treatment, human resource development, monitoring and evaluation. Monitoring and evaluation, I like to emphasize here, it is very important. Whatever you are doing, we are doing, nobody is going to recognize. As and when we are going to document the things in the form of output outcome indicators. For example, you have given a task to a particular multi-purpose worker, or you himself involve yourself and visited a particular village and observed there are 10 persons who are prone to diabetic. You have given certain advice, you have given certain medication if required, and you have suggested please do the needful. Without registering them, enrolling them, without further follow-up, you can't say that that case is okay or not. So it is very important, if any particular village is going to be visited in the program mode, how many cases has been registered, that has to be documented. What is the glucose level at that time? When you have to try to visit in 1 month, whatever activities you have suggested, whether they are following or not, with respect to diet, with respect to medication, or with respect to yoga and exercise, other things. If you are observing result is coming, it indicates they have obeyed you and they have done the exercise whatever you suggested. But if they are not doing, there is need of IEC. There is need to orient them about BCC, behavior change communication. In this way, non-communicable disease burden can be reduced. Niti Aayog member BK Paul sir wants such type of result. Wherever you are going to visit, please try your best to orient that particular village or that particular community. This is Ayush lifestyle. This is the things which is required to be carried out, and IC BCC related activities has to properly propagated in the field. So we have to think about it, and research is nothing but only this. Whatever thinking coming in the mind, research is simply a systematic refined technique of thinking, employing specialized tools, instruments and procedure to obtain a more adequate solution of a problem than it is possible under ordinary means. And in our day-to-day life, we are observing a lot of challenges in our life coming, and we are thinking by our brain and resolving out with the proper solution. So on the same line, if I am sitting here, so I am observing challenges and we are struggling. You are sitting in the field in dispensary, you are observing the challenges, and whatever the bottleneck coming, solution you can design with respect to that, so that community may be benefited. So we will work in a team approach, and we have to think in a positive way And all the purpose of exercise is nothing but only this: provide holistic health care to the community, either National Ayush Mission or National Health Mission, either medical officer or joint advisor, everybody's motive is only this: we have to provide good health care to the community. Financial assistance, this is the simple thing we have given in the guideline, and if anybody want the detail of the guideline, that will be provided, although it is available on the website, you may check. My request is this: all of you have to study at least National Ayush Mission guideline as and when you are having time. Some part. Framework of implementation should be studied. And my request, if anybody is thinking to propose any program in the innovative way, please design a concept, give that concept to your district Ayush officer and request them, incorporate in action plan, I am interested to implement. Kerala is doing such type of activities very fast. I remember they are taking around 35 innovative program under FlexiPool. None of the state is doing the like. Medical officers are involved, like Drishti, Jara, I am unable to remember, a lot of 32 to 35 program they are running in FlexiPool. Manpower additional they are asking, they are implementing, they have designed the concept and report they are submitting to us. And now some of the state like Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and they have also, even in Tamil Nadu, some of the programs, one program that is related वो प्रेगनेंसी से जिसमें हाँ वो उसका क्या नाम है उसका जो किट देते हैं हाँ तो वी हैव हाईलाइटेड दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग एट मेनी प्लेटफॉर्म कि दिस इज द बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस and they have conducted this program in a collaborative approach, and result is this: cesarean section has been diminished. So such type of things are happening, and it is really proud for Ayush fraternity that we are doing the things in a proper way and result is coming. Screening, prevention, control and management of non-communicable, at how many level we can work, that has been highlighted. Care at community level, what is the role, how it can be carried out, yoga identification. For example, here Mizaj, that is in your system, what is the methodology that you have to adopt that methodology. Support for national program through activities, IC, BCC and other things, or whatever the activities they are doing, you have to train them, you have to orient them, they have to left those activities which is not good for their health. Only with respect to lifestyle, there is a change of lifestyle is very important, and that cannot be done by the help of medicine, that can be done only by the help of IC and BCC. Care at the Ayushman Arogya Mandir Ayush, because not only OPD, Prakrit Parichan, some other activities as per your specialized Siddha system are being made, yoga session, pre-diabetes and diabetes diagnosis, as well as their orientation, what you have to do, do's and don't, so that they may understand that there is need of these things in my life so that I can check the problem in future. Care for referral site, for example, if you are going to think there is need of some therapy is required, then you have to identify your facilities nearby and place in your record so that as per the requirement you can refer. Even it is also very important, you have to identify the facilities which are allopathic, and if any urgency, then you can refer the cases as per the requirement in those facilities also. Expected outcomes, promotes preventive and holistic care, already I have highlighted. Community participation is very important, and whenever you are going to conduct a camp, this is my request, you have to try your best to involve some reputed person like Panchayat Adhikari or Gram Pradhan, whatever so available at that particular places, so that importance of that event may be recognized. Enhance yearly diagnosis and screening, reduce out-pocket expenditure. If anybody is going to take medicine, some amount he or she is going to pay. But if lifestyle can be changed, so you may orient them कि if you are going to change your lifestyle, so your dependency will be reduced on medicine. In this way, they may be oriented so that they can understand the strength with respect to IC and BCC, and in their routine life, they may adopt the things properly with respect to prevention of non-communicable diseases. Constant reporting is very important. We are facing problem. We are facing too much challenges. Although our medical officer are providing report to the district level facilities, but from there we are not getting. Due to this, we are developing AHMIS tool so that real-time data information can be captured. Medicine for the program to be arranged. Whatever you have suggested, sir, that has already been highlighted. We have received a lot of feedback from the states and UTs. And it is required, so we have think some amount has to be kept. Although medicine provision available in the facility, but might be possible required, so we are keeping here. In addition to that, if state is thinking more need of medicine, that can also be projected in FlexiPool. IT based documentation, already I have highlighted, we are working on HMIS, and very soon we will give orientation to the medical officer and other team members with respect to it. Referral mechanism, it is very important. Bottleneck, I am not going to highlight bottleneck. All of you are well aware, I am well aware. सबसे बड़ा bottleneck, what is this? The availability of regular manpower. At some places, pharmacist not available. At some places, multi-purpose worker not available. Our doctors are doing a lot of activities. Report IT tools lack, equipment, furniture's problem. So whatever the problem, we have to think in a positive way. Whatever resources available, we have to try our best for providing services. Whatever is missing, we can fulfill through the support of state government and government of India through National Ayush Mission also in a phase manner. Coordination challenges, there is a need of appropriate referral, but ego clashes. They are saying, why I have to refer? We are saying, we are not going to refer to our cases to there. In this way, a lot of technical challenges also coming that is required to be sorted out, and it can be done easily by simple thinking. So there is no need to say anything about it. Possible resource constraints already highlighted, and we are working on it. We are continuously requesting states government. Our minister sir has requested whatever the vacancy that is required to be fulfilled. We are also requesting to the principal secretary time to time in letters also. Please do the needful. And even I am going to highlight here, when we are going to approve any integrated Ayush hospital, we are obtaining commitment for creation of regular post. After that, we are sanctioning the proposal. But even after that, due to some technical reason and financial constraints, in time-bound manner, posts are not going to be filled. Data integration gaps in NCD surveillance and reporting system. Reason nothing but only this, IT tool is not available. Sometimes report has been given, but information has not been provided at the upper level. So such type of things is required to be managed. This is all about with respect to our role, with respect to your role. Role is very crucial thing and everybody knows it and tries also their best for implementation. But due to some constraints and some problems, whatever he or she is thinking that is not being implemented in that way. So I am requesting with folded hand, whatever resources available with you, try your best to provide best to best care to the community. And all of you are requested to feel free to contact me anytime with respect to National Ayush Mission for any type of support. Thank you very much. Any question, any query you may ask and we can discuss in a friendly environment. With your kind permission, can I sit?
Yes, sir, please.
Sure. Bataiye.
Thank you, sir. It was a wonderful, thought-provoking session which has opened our eyes, really. And as far as NAM is concerned, it is providing services in the basic level, that is AHWC and to district hospitals. But in Tamil Nadu, we have a separate category, we have sub-district hospitals. So we have been, there is no programs has been run in that. Exclusive only OP is being done there. No program of all the NAM program.
A very good question. Basically, I want to highlight public health program. Basically, whatever the program we had designed, if that program has been designed in this approach, one medical officer or one multi-purpose, they will work on screening and other facilities will be linked for those cases. For example, if they are going to observe any problematic case with respect to diabetes, so at the nearby facility they will refer. Whatever you have suggested, we are going to propose in this financial year with respect to some specialized activities. For example, your sub-district hospital is not having any Panchkarma related facility. So that hospital can be upgraded.
Yes.
We are going to happily provide support to that hospital with respect to assistance for establishment of Panchkarma unit at there. And if needed, they can ask manpower from also with respect to contextual, not permanent. Permanent will be created by state. Panchkarma specialist post can be created. 60 to 70% resources we will provide. Equipment, furniture we will provide. And around 1.1 crore, I think 1 crore we are providing for upgradation of such type of hospital where IPD beds are available. But due to constraints of manpower, due to constraints of resources of equipment and furniture, Panchkarma and your in Panchkarma related activity in Siddha, what is called?
Tokanam. We have Tokanam external
So
therapies are
Tokanam
there.
related activity if you want to conduct and if available, but whatever the requirement of the community that is not going to fulfill, so you can upgrade. You can ask from the ministry under upgradation of Ayush hospital. So we are going to support for those activities.
Now, in which
Like
head-
Chhar Sutra activities.
in which head we can able to apply the proposal, sir? Whether flexi-pool or admin
No,
cost?
under core component of Ayush services, there is a provision that is called as upgradation of Ayush hospital, existing Ayush hospital. So if your hospital is standalone Siddha hospital,
No, we are being co-located with allopathic hospital.
under co-location, we are not having any direct provision.
No, that's the thing I want to highlight.
हाँ, तो-
All the 175
These are
things
co-located.
are co-located with the modern medicine.
नहीं, अब let me know one thing. Co-located, but they have given separate land and separate facility for you are within the same floor.
Within the same cloud only. Within
So
the same
how many
hospital.
space they have given to you?
400 to 400 square feet we have.
So if you are having sufficient space and things available, so there is a provision of 50 lakhs.
Okay, that is the, yes. We have a land,
Huh.
we have space, we have buildings also. They are providing us.
So that can be proposed by the state government if justified land is available, what they want to do.
Yes.
For example, if you want to run Tonkar therapy, but they are not going to allow you for the bed. Some bed has not been
Even
here.
we have been given beds by the state government.
How
We have
many beds they have
5
here?
beds we have.
5 beds.
Yes.
So with respect to 5 bed, you can propose the activity. What activity you want?
Okay.
For example, if you are going to conduct Tonkar, if you want any supportive manpower, other things, you may project under FlexiPool also in a core component, but directly with respect to co-location, actually it is a joint venture.
Yes.
Manpower they are providing, infrastructure we are providing, infrastructure medicine we are providing under NAM. Manpower they are providing under NHM,
State. NHM. Okay.
National Health Mission.
Okay. Okay.
But in case of whatever you are saying, I think that manpower is a permanent manpower of the state government.
Yes.
Medical officers are permanent, they are not contextual. So those permanent manpower salary is being provided Tamil Nadu government. So if you want to run any activity like Tonkar and other things, so you may project with due justification. And if they are not providing under NHM any salary and your state will say it will work like standalone and we are not getting any honorarium with respect to co-location from the NHM, we want to run our therapy separately and we are having 5 bed earmarked. When proposal will come, we can discuss. And
Actually, we
can
are sharing the beds from the modern medicine because we have, for example, if my hospital, it is 36 bedded hospital, and I've been allotted 5 beds.
You have to tell to the directorate, they may explore and they may design a proposal and share to the ministry for detailed examination.
Okay.
Then only we can understand what can be done at there.
Because these
But
are
we have supported, I remember.
Yes, sir. But in last time it was deferred.
नहीं, what happens कि resource pool is 100 crore and proposal has been submitted by the state for 400 crore.
sir.
So it is very difficult कि against 100 crore how 400 can. So some activity has been reduced, might be possible due to that activity has been reduced.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.